stuff.
Happy New Year. Welcome to the Opposite Field Outlook. I am Jack. That's Andrew. That's Neal. There's no music for today because I forgot. Yeah,
it's because we're really bored.
It's because we're in my garage right now, unfortunately. Neal, how are we doing today?
We're hella sore, dude. I'm surprised I got here.
Leg day yesterday?
No, today.
Today.
I hobbled my way over to the Jack Studios in his garage.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of pain. What did I do? I don't even
Too
think
much.
I think I just rinse and repeat, diet, gym, sleep.
Yep.
I think that's all I've been doing, to be honest. And there's nothing wrong with that, so. But yeah, it's been kind of boring. Well, I'll have more to talk about next week because holidays and stuff. So.
Yeah, there's.
Right.
That's how my week went. A lot of pain.
How
No
about
pain,
you?
no gain.
Exactly.
I worked 40 hours at McDonald's. Yeah, 40 with capital F, okay? Let me tell you, never have I wanted more than to quit than today, okay? It was rough. We got a bunch of kids, like, having their food and chucking it on the floor, and they're, like, making noise, like, Fortnite emotes. Like, it was rough, but, we're here. And
Yes, we are.
not working tomorrow, thank the Lord, but working 5 days next week, so.
How much did you work today?
6 hours.
That's tough.
Better than your 9.5 the other day.
Yep. Yeah, I worked 9.5, if any of
Do you get
curious.
overtime if you. Do they give you overtime? Or do they just, like, pretend?
Overtime is 10 hours, so I just missed out.
That's tough.
Yeah.
They made sure not to give you that.
Someone
overtime.
was working 11 hours today, and he's like,
So-
yeah, I get paid like 28 an hour. for
11
overtime.
hours, dude. He
And,
woke
like,
up,
yeah,
went to
sure,
McDonald's,
wow.
and then went.
He
to
went.
bed.
He went 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
That's tough.
He
He's
lived
still
for
working
it.
right now. Wait, no, that's 13 hours. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say. Oh, wait.
Never mind. That's when I've been at McDonald's too long. But yeah.
I've been.
It's like when the Krusty Krab was open.
Pretty much.
4 hours spent losing
Yeah.
his mind.
Yep. That's what happened.
Same employees in there. Getting back on the gym grind. Had to take a break because my mom was yelling at me about college stuff.
Oh.
But we're past that.
That's
We're
fun.
back at the gym.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's holiday day tomorrow. That's why this episode is going up on Sunday night and not Monday. And I'm going to Laguna Beach after a little thing at 7-ish. And I'm going to see the fireworks down there with my parents who are
Dope.
in a hotel down there right
Fire.
Oh,
now. Why? I don't know.
they
But they are.
abandoned you.
Alright. You guys ready?
Oh,
Yeah,
I am
ready.
ready.
Okay. The American League is always first.
That's right.
That is
We're gonna
right.
talk about the.
All right, guys.
We'll save the best for last round here.
Here we go.
Let's do this. Okay, the Orioles visit the Mariners and drop 2 of 3 in Seattle. Orioles smoke the Mariners. Game 1, 9-2. Anthony Santander, 3 RBIs. Game 2, Mariners outlast the Orioles 2-0. Robbie Ray went 7 innings strong. Game 3, Mariners smack the Orioles 9-3. Julio Rodriguez, very strong week, and they win 9-3. The White Sox visit the Angels in Anaheim, drop 2 of 3. Angels come back down 3-2 in the 7th. Taylor Ward go-ahead 2-run double in the 7th. White Sox explode for 11, defeat the Angels 11-4. Sox had 17 hits. Game 3, Angels take care of the White Sox 4-1. Ohtani was strong. Rangers go to Kansas City to take on the Royals, take 2 of 3. Rangers won the first one 10-4. They dominate the Royals in the second one, win 8-3. And the Royals win a close one in the third one, 2-1. That was Greinke's 500th start, and he got a W on that one. The Twins go to Cleveland, face the Guardians, and they lose the series 2-3. Game 1, the Twins explode for 11 to decimate the Guardians. And the doubleheader game, the first one, in Game 2, Guardians win a close one 3-2. In Game 3, Twins take control and win 6-0. Polanco had a home run there. Game 4, Guardians walk it off. In the 10th, Josh Naylor hits a game-winning 2-run home run to cap off a 4-run 10th inning rally. Game 5, Guardians take care of Minnesota. They win 5-3. Red Sox go to Canada and come up nearly empty-handed, and they lose 2 of 3. The Blue Jays and Gosman and the 7-game winning streak for the Red Sox, and they win 7-2. The Jays walk it off against the Sox, winning 6-5. And the Jays can't complete the sweep, and Boston wins 6-5 in the third game. The A's get booted back to Oakland after getting swept in New York. Hey Alexa, play New New York by Frank Sinatra. The Yankees win. The Yankees win the first one 9-5. Yankees win the second one 2-1. J.P. Sears had a good outing. And in Game 3, the Yankees win 5-3. So they sweep them there. The Brewers visit Tampa and take those 2 games. Woodruff came back from the injured list, and they outlast Tampa 5-3. And Rowdy Tellez hit 2 home runs, and the Brewers win 5-3 again. The Yankees go to Houston, but lose a close one by the score of 2-1. Bregman hits a 2-run double in the third, but it was enough for a 2-1 victory. A's go to Seattle. Yeah, right? I guess they win the series, you know?
That was a nice sweep right there.
A's go to Seattle and lose 3-4. Seattle wins a close one 8-6 in the first one. The A's survive in a close one thanks to Sean Murphy's 2 RBIs, 3-1. Mariners walk it off 2-1. The next one, they score a run in the 8th, and Toro walks it off with an RBI single in Game 3. And the Mariners win another close one, 2-1. J-Rod homers on the first pitch, and Frankie Montas leaves early in that one today. The Rays visit Toronto and take 3 of 5. Jays hit a few homers, win 4-1. Jays dominate 9-2. Vladdy had 3 RBIs. Game 3 and 4 were doubleheaders. The first doubleheader, the Rays take care of the Jays 6-2. Shane McClanahan had a good outing. They win 6-2. Game 4, the Rays dominate the Jays 11-5. Francisco Maya, however you say that, he homers twice. And in Game 5, the Rays take care of business by a score of 7-3, and they score 6 in the 5th, and that happened today. The Royals take 2 of 3 in Detroit. Basically, the Lions and the Jets in the NFL squaring off. Who wants the number 1 draft pick? We'll see. The Royals take 2 of 3 in Detroit. They hit a pair of homers in the first game. They win 3-1. In Game 2, the Tigers homer twice in the 9th, and they walk it off 4-3. Royals take care of the Tigers 7-4. Astros bring out the Bruins and sweep the Angels. Javier and the Astros game 1, they get 20 strikeouts. They destroy the Angels. You know what? The Astros destroy the Angels. They sweep them.
Was tough.
Orioles go to
Jack gets
Minnesota.
the idea.
They lose 2 of 3. Buxton had 2 home runs. Walks it off for the Twins. Miranda, game-winning single. Twins win 4-3. Orioles get some revenge and win 3-1. Yankees go to Cleveland and take 2 of 3. Cole Carpenter carry the Yankees to a 13-4 win. Rizzo and Stanton homer. They win 6-1, and Guardians win 2-0 thanks to Tristan McKenzie's gem, and that is gonna do it for the American League.
Wow, that was really impressive. That was absolutely perfect.
We clutched it
The
up.
timing, that was huge. That's Mejia. That's the guy's name.
What did I say? Like Maya or something?
You said like Maya or something.
Mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
It's an
His new nickname is Mayonnaise.
That's
the
right.
Angels' latest antics
Mayonnaise.
results in a different hat for today.
Why'd you downgrade?
I'm the stand because the Royals are gonna win a World Series before the Angels are.
That's sad.
You know,
In
that's
the
sad,
American
but it might be
League,
true.
for the standings, the Yankees remain on top. They are still 13.5 games ahead of second place, Boston Red Sox, despite the Red Sox absolutely crushing it lately. They're like on fire. Unfortunately, the Yankees are always better.
That's facts.
That's just
Every
right.
team in that division is 500 except the Orioles, and they're 36-44. So
not
they are
that bad.
4 games out of 500.
Yeah, not that bad.
So that is a tough division to be in if
Yeah.
you're the Orioles. Let's move
The
over
toughest.
to the American
Time
League
to rebuild.
Central.
Oh wait, they're doing it.
That's the Minnesota Twins. They are up 2 games on the Cleveland Guardians this time, as opposed to
Close.
1 game last time, I believe. The Sox are 4.5 games out of first place, and the Tigers and the Royals are both non-competitive at 12.5 and 13.5 games behind. This is going to be a fun little race, especially if the White Sox start to get good again.
Yeah.
If the White Sox start to get
3-team
good,
race.
it'll be a good race. The American League West, it hurts me to look at. The Houston Astros are 13.5 ahead of every other team in the division.
That's way better than last week.
Yeah.
The Mariners and the Rangers, despite not having the same number of games played, are tied in the games behind column. The Angels are 2 games back from those guys, and the A's are 11 games back from the Angels. So the A's are 26 back of first place. That's tough if you're an A's fan.
First
I think they can make a run for it.
If
I'm
you're
not
the
gonna lie.
A's fan, sorry.
Yeah.
I said A's fans, I mean the A's fan.
The A's.
Their
That
run
one.
differential
That
is
was
minus
tough. That guy we're
160.
running into. They keep getting worse and worse.
The Angels are having a really tough time. They're
I can see
sliding. They had their loss streak, and then they kind of hovered for a little while, and now they're back on the. They're losing a lot of games again. Yankees are as good as ever.
Poor Mike Trout.
Yeah. Ohtani keeps doing these insane things, like getting 15 strikeouts in a game and then getting like 800 RBIs, and then we still lose the game. It's like, what are we doing, man? It's no one
player
hits.
can't do everything.
No one hits except for those two guys and sometimes Ward.
It takes 9 players.
Any interesting
Sorry.
American League highlights that aren't Angels highlights? Because some of those are.
Or
going
low
in, like-
lights, you mean?
Actually, it was lowlights. We were going to talk about that thing where, yeah. We'll talk about that later. Any other interesting things going on?
I don't think so.
No clue.
Yeah, not
Don't
gonna
watch
lie.
this at all.
Kind of boring. It's not a lot happened as far as I know.
I was watching the the Tigers game this morning,
Oh wow.
I had that
Oh,
on
I
for
saw
a
that.
minute.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
that
They were not
there.
there.
Yeah,
and
the
I was a little
commentators.
lost.
It sounded like peaceful. Like it was like.
It
I
was kind of
actually dig
therapeutic.
that. I think
Because these two teams sucked, and you know.
Right,
it
I
was
don't want to
kinda
hear
cool.
anyone talk.
Like,
Like,
what
I'm
are you
already
gonna
watching
say?
trash teams.
Exactly.
So might as well just say
Yeah.
nothing.
I'd like on MLB.TV to have the option to
True.
turn it off. And
I think they did have it for a little
They
bit.
did, and then they stopped.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to hear them be like, this pitcher happens to be 30th on the team and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
our ERA is the lowest it can be.
They
you
just
know,
brought
like,
up number 800 overall prospect for the Tigers.
Like, I
So.
don't care, man. Just it's kind of baseball. Although I watched my starter kind of.
I watched a clip
Fail.
of someone hit a home run in that game. Don't really recall. Very strange.
Right, because nothing.
Yeah, no,
And
that
it's,
was it.
it was an
Cool.
Wait,
It was A's at Tigers, right?
Yes,
No.
it was at Tigers.
An A's player hit a home run, and so the audience just kind of goes, "Oh."
And then he
Yeah.
He
walks
just hit a
around.
home run. Like no one's excited. No-
yeah.
Someone's supposed to be like, and that ball's going. It's going. There's supposed to be something, or the
Yeah.
crowd is supposed to cheer. Nothing happened. He just hit a home run, and then it was strange.
I saw a clip and you could hear like hecklers saying, "You need to go back to AAA." You need to-" Yeah, I like that. That was cool. Because if I was at that
Yeah,
game,
can we
I'd be
get the
screaming my
fans more
heads off.
microphones?
I know.
Just replace it.
Mic'd up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mic'd up fans.
Exactly.
We need to have more hot mics in MLB.
Honestly?
I love listening to the managers swear at umpires.
Yeah.
And players mad about called third strikes.
If we're gonna do it, might as well just replace Apple TV with
Yeah.
this.
Pretty much,
Just
yeah.
some fans with
I
some
do
microphones.
like all the stats that Apple TV. That's one thing that there's two things they do really well. I really like their camera angles.
Yeah.
And I like their interviews, which goes into that, and then I guess it's in.
Apple headphones on.
And I like their the AirPod Max, the big shiny.
No one's giving an
I
interview
still haven't
in
seen
AirPod
any of
Max
those Apple
anytime
TV
soon.
games.
Yeah.
Thank God.
It's kind of weird. I don't like the AirPod Maxes, by the way. I just like the interviews that they do, and then I like the stats that they show on screen, like probability of reaching base, or like
Oh, that's
if,
kinda
Yeah.
sick.
if there's a runner on second, it'll say
Cool.
probability for RBI, and if there's a runner on third with no outs, it'll say probability of RBI 80%, which I didn't know that it was that high. So that's cool.
Well, Apple TV should be better than just
Yeah.
Statcast and.
They should hire. They
Be a
should hire
broadcast.
announcers. They should hire announcers and
They,
not fans.
they have, yeah. Exactly.
Are we ready to do the National League?
Oh, we're ready.
Or are there
If
more
I miss a
highlights?
game, that's
Or
not on
highlights?
me
All right.
because they're going on right
There's one game going on right now. The Phillies are winning 4-0 over the Cardinals
now. We'll put abbreviation
in Philadelphia. That's just so you guys know. 3, 2, 1.
We're going to start though with the NL East because why not? I love the Braves. They're really hot. See some fun rivalry between the Braves and Phillies. The Braves took 2 of 3 against the Phillies. The first 2 were won by the Braves and the last one dropped. But some notables: Schwarber, with all his homers, steals Player of the Month, and I'm pretty sure he hit like 12 in 1 month. So that was really good. He saw one stat that said like he's the best player in June as of like this year and last year. So I don't know. That's kind of nitpicky, but cool. In game 2, Derek Hall he's a first base / DH, and he made his MLB debut and he went 0-4.
Yeah,
That's kind
that's
of
tough.
garbo, but he makes MLB history. We'll talk about that in a minute. Former number 1 overall pick Mark Appel. He made his major league debut and he was like almost 31.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yep.
But yeah, Braves pretty much do what they should do, and then they move on to face the Reds, and they win 2 of 3 as well. They take the first 2 as well. Some notables: the Braves now move 2.5 games back from the Mets, who aren't quite as strong as they started the season. They're not awful, but they scuffled a little bit. They need those starting pitchers back.
Mets.
So now we're going to now into the division. Talk about the Mets, who only faced AL teams this week. I don't know why. But the Astros came to New York and they swept the Mets. It was a 2-game series. Game 1 1-9, and game 2 0-2 Astros, and then the Rangers came to town. Game 1 was a 4-3. The Mets take the win. Those black jerseys helped them power through. Game 2 3-7 Rangers win, and game 3 4-1 Mets win. Trevor Williams collapsed in one of these games. I think the starting pitching really needs the OGs back.
Yeah,
that's,
no kidding.
in my opinion, the root of the problem, and a little bit of offensive struggle. But let's take a full 360. Let's talk about your last place. You might be asking, 360 is turning the same direction, but I mean 360 in terms of the Nationals. That's their winning percentage, so that's what I meant. The Pirates come to the nation's capital, and they take 2 of 3. Game 1 was 3-2 Nationals. Game 2 was 3-1 Nationals, and Game 3 was 7-8 Pirates. Finally came in and take a win. Some notables, some interesting information I thought I'd give out. Patrick Corbin and Steven Strasburg combined for a $58 million year contract for the Nationals. Their combined ERA right now is 9.78.
Yikes.
With Steven Strasburg being 13.5 and Patrick Corbin being 6.06. So that's not that great. The Marlins came to town. The Marlins come to town, and the Nationals have currently lost 3 in those 4-game series. Still a game to play. I don't think I was able to write that down, but it might have already happened, and it could be finished. So, and then speaking of the Marlins, right before this series, they took on the Cardinals and lost 2 of 3. So now we'll move on to the next series with the Cardinals. Go to the NL Central. As the Cardinals take on the Phillies, Cardinals have taken 1 of 2 against the Phillies. So far, the battle for the baby blue unis. In my opinion, those baby blues are like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But some notables, Derek Hall, we're going to bring him back up. He got some more at-bats later in these games, and he was the first player since 1949 for his first 3 hits to be homers individually in the Phillies' history. So that was some MLB history right there. And who are the Cardinals chasing in this matter right now? The Brewers. There's a big chase right now. It's really competitive and fun to watch. The Brewers, they took on the Pirates and take 2 of 3 against them. They took on the Rays before, but we don't need to get into that because that was already covered. One of those games was 19-2, freaking football game. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the worst series of the year, in my opinion, the Reds versus the Cubs. The Cubs basically took 2 of 3 in that, but so notables Castillo, 6 innings, 123 pitches. That's pretty impressive. So other teams are definitely trying to get some trade right there. The Dodgers, Mets, Cardinals, Blue Jays, Giants. Name a team that's trying to race for Division 1 right now. They're in for it. The Cubs went to play Boston, and they won 2 of 3 right there. A little bit of interesting. No one's really watching that, in my opinion, right now, but because it's the Cubs. Let's finish off with some interdivision play. It's a lot of interdivision play. Your Los Angeles Dodgers. They faced the Rockies. Somehow dropped 2 of 3, and then they hosted the Del Tacos. But they dropped 3 of 4. Speaking of the Del Tacos, they faced the D-backs right before this, and they took 1 of 2. I might have missed a game in that, so we can correct that later. Speaking of the D-backs, right before the series, they faced the Rockies, and they dropped 2 of 3. And then finally, let's bring it back to the most hated team, in my opinion, the Giants. They hosted the Tigers, and they took 1 of 2, and then they hosted the White Sox, and they got swept. So that sums it up. I believe today was the last day that finished the sweep. So
Close, a little too long.
Hey,
Disappointing.
Sure.
Very disappointing.
It was
very
really good.
disappointing.
I had some fun facts.
All right, I'm the standings guy. We're gonna do the standings. The Mets are
Garbage. Just kidding.
in
Continue.
first place, as Andrew put that 0 back. They're 0 games behind
They
because
will
they're
be
in
garbage.
first place. They are 3.5 ahead of the Braves, and the Phillies are 8 back of the Mets, so 5 games back. 4.5 back of the Braves. Fun little race starting to develop between the Braves and the Mets. I'm hoping for a Mets mid-season collapse, not because I don't like the Mets. I just predicted it at the beginning in our first podcast episode, and I'm gonna look like an idiot if I'm wrong. That's that. The Washington Nationals are 21 games back. That's pretty disappointing. Doesn't compare to the A's though. The Brewers are in first. St. Louis Cardinals are 1.5 back. That's exciting. We'd love to see the race in both Centrals for both leagues. Pittsburgh Pirates are 13 back from the Brewers. Los Angeles Dodgers, first place. Padres, 3.5 back. Giants, 8.5 back. And the Rockies and the D-backs are tied at 14.5 back, which is nice and fun. Looking at the National League wild card right now, 3 teams can get in. It's Padres, Braves, Cardinals. Giants are 2.5 out. Phillies are 2.5 out. Marlins are 5.5 out. So that's your standings for the National League. A lot of fun moments from the National League. Even I saw those. A lot of stuff going. A lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of rookies making their debuts, doing fun stuff. Cardinals pulling some interesting shenanigans. We'll go over that later. What else? What do we want to talk about for the National League? Anything in particular catch your guys' eye?
Look at these teams. Do we talk? Was Bryce Harper's incident this week?
Bryce Harper's incident was
Yeah,
this week.
That was
Yep.
pretty sad to watch.
Yep.
My guy is gone.
You hate to see
Crying in
that.
my
Blake
grave.
Snell hit Bryce Harper. That's correct. Right?
Yeah.
Blake
left
Snell.
them.
They've been friends since they were little babies. They played Little League together.
That's
So
tough.
Harper knows that Snell didn't mean to do that. It wasn't on purpose. And Snell went into a little bit of he had a bad start. Like after he hit Harper, he just couldn't focus. He couldn't refocus because he was
He
like
hasn't been great since he
He's-
left.
he's been
He had that bad
Tampa.
outing, and then he had the bad outing with us.
I haven't seen that great of outings
yeah.
No.
since he left Tampa.
Didn't
That's
he
Mike.
just
Which
have
is
a
sad,
really
he's
nice
really good.
game against the Dodgers that I
No,
watched?
it
Like
was awful.
Which one?
Blake Snell against the Dodgers.
2020 World Series.
it was like one run though.
Was it? Let's see.
I think so.
He said good outings.
I thought he had a pretty bad outing.
Last
One
time
on
against
run,
us
but
wasn't good.
yeah.
5 innings, 1
Okay,
run, so
then that was a
that's
good one.
fine.
But we won it, so
Yeah, I
that's
watched that.
kind of what.
Unless he scored them all later.
I watched that game
Yeah.
because the Angels were losing 8-1 to the Astros, and I didn't want to watch.
Yeah,
the
might
game
as well, you
anymore.
know. Something better to watch.
That's tough.
I don't think anything else has happened.
There was something, but I just don't remember. Right
Oh,
now.
Juan Soto. I think the Nationals negotiated another contract.
Oh,
but
yeah, they sent
he
him
said
another
no.
contract offer.
yeah, shocker, right?
Yeah,
Who wants to play for that team?
no one wants to play for that team.
He wants to
Exactly.
leave.
Brewers are having a tough time with their offense right now. Pitching is still good,
Holding them at first.
and that's National League. We're gonna move on to some news, I think.
We are.
Let's talk about the Cardinals. They hit 4 home runs in a row. That's a historic MLB event. 11th team in MLB history to ever do that. There's 2 outs. Goldie hits a single. Nolan Arenado hits a home run. Nolan Gorman hits a home run. Juan Yepez hits a home run. And then Dylan Carlson hits a home run. Last time this happened, 2 years ago, in 2020, it was the White Sox. Names that everybody knows. Yoan Moncada, Yasmani Grandal, Jose Abreu, and Eloy Jimenez. It's a tough day for Kyle Gibson. It's an infamous event now. Even baseball images that precede unfortunate events posted about it. Posted a picture of Kyle Gibson standing there on the mound.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
Oh,
that's his default picture now.
Yep. Him standing on the
I saw
mound,
that.
ready to face Nolan Arenado. No one knows what's coming up next. That's that. That's short news, but it's fun stuff that everyone needs to know about. Cardinals are fun. I really enjoy looking at the
They're-
Cardinals highlights. They're doing some fun
Yeah.
stuff out there.
They're a fundamental sound team. They get results.
Next topic. Bobby Bonilla Day.
All right, guys.
I love this
So,
day so much.
This is a fun little topic. It happens every single July 1st until when is it? I think it's 2035.
2035.
Yeah. So let me give you a little background. So in
It's like
2000,
an Angels moment.
the Mets agreed to buy out the remaining $5.9 million left on his 5-year, $29 million deal, which was the most expensive in sports at the time, in 2000. And instead of paying Bobby the $5.9 million remaining, the Mets agreed to pay nearly $1.2 million for the next 25 years with a negotiated 8% interest. And yeah, at the time, the Mets were owned by Bernie Madoff, who was involved in one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in history. And yeah, I think he's in jail now. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we know why, okay? But anyways, from every July 1st from 2011 to 2035, that's 25 years. Bobby Bonilla will be 72 years old, and he will earn $1.2 million.
What if he doesn't make it? But
I really don't, we'll see. Similar athletes who had similar contracts. Max Scherzer, he's going to receive $105 million from the Nationals until 2028, so he's still getting paid from the Nationals.
Okay.
Manny Ramirez will collect $24.2 million from the Red Sox until 2026. I don't think he's played for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Ken Griffey Jr., he's going to receive $3.59 million from the Reds every single year until 2024. I think he's the third highest paid player on the Reds right now. So that's embarrassing. So yeah, it's those contracts have happened, but Bobby Bonilla is the most infamous, and yeah, it's kind of fun.
I love him.
And Steve Cohen was tweeting, and he's like, "Guys, we should like have a party like every July 1st in his honor." So yeah, I thought that was funny.
I'm okay with having a party every year on
Let's
July
do it.
1st.
It's worth it.
It's always a good excuse for a holiday.
Why not?
National
Yeah.
holiday. Last thing. Oh, there's two more things. Logan Webb talked to a fan before a game. This fan had cancer. He missed his senior baseball season. He had to sit. He was in the hospital and couldn't play. So Logan Webb heard about this because the kid lived near his hometown. Logan Webb met with him before the game. Logan Webb proceeds to go out, pitch 6 innings, 3 earned, 6 hits. Pretty fine stat line. It was a loss, however. There were 2 unearned runs in there as well. And he gave the guy his jersey following the game and delivered up into the stands. So he reached up out of the dugout. Some guy grabbed it and ran it up to the kid, and made the guy's day. He's the same age as us, I guess. So it's kind of weird to call him a kid. That doesn't make a lot of sense now that I'm thinking about it a little bit.
Cool man.
Yeah. So that's a cool moment from Logan Webb. I like highlighting the cool moments that baseball players have, because I don't know if they get a lot of credit for being nice sometimes. Next thing, Mets starters. They're coming back. That's tough for the Braves. Max Scherzer scheduled to start on Tuesday, July 5th, which is in 2 days. 2 rehab starts at the AA level with the Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
I love those minor league names.
Minor league names are they're perfect. He dropped thousands of dollars post-game dinner for the guys. He got them filet mignon, lobster tail, ribeye, like
AirPods.
Whatever you want.
he got every single person in his double A clubhouse AirPods because they're minor leaguers and they get paid under minimum wage.
$3.
Yeah, they
a year.
get $3 a year to play baseball. So that's nice of Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
His first rehab start, he went 3.1 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks in 3 innings. Pretty good. His second rehab start, he went 4.2, or 4 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 8 Ks. So he's still got the strikeout stuff going. Might take him a little bit to get back into the swing of things, but I'm looking forward to seeing Max Scherzer back in the league so that he can stare down some more people and yell at umpires for checking his fingers for sticky stuff. Jacob deGrom, he's coming back too. He's scheduled for some rehab starts in Class A. His next start, which was today actually, it's not his next start, it's his start that just happened. He's scheduled for 25 pitches. Sucks to be a minor leaguer. Really sucks to be a minor leaguer, unless you're in the AA clubhouse when Max Scherzer comes down.
Feeds you everything you want.
Yeah, like anything you want. Just ask Max, he'll give it to you. And we're moving on to the discussion topics. Freddie Freeman fights his agent. Fist fight.
Oh my gosh.
Punches blown, teeth knocked out.
Why am I not on the Braves?
It wasn't filmed, but I can tell you that they were they were in the octagon, okay? They were going at it, alright?
Hidden footage.
So Freddie Freeman's agent, he was Casey Close, or he still is Casey Close, he's still alive, but yeah. His agent was Casey Close. He became a sports agent in 1992. He had an unsuccessful minor league career, not a major league career. So he was a pretty trash player, but he made some connections in the minor leagues, and he became a sports agent for Derek Jeter, Ryan Howard, Richie Sexson, Zach Greinke, and most notably Clayton Kershaw.
Most notably.
Yeah.
Isn't Derek Jeter more famous than Clayton Kershaw?
I'm telling a story. Be quiet.
Hey,
all right,
hey.
It's
You're not even important right now.
He's been with Freddy's career since 2007. Beginning of the 2021 season, Atlanta offered him a contract, and then 2 more offers in August. The final one being 5 years, $135 million. That's $27 million a year. Close claims that there was never a formal deal in place for Freeman. Media reports that Close issued an ultimatum for the Braves. They had 1 hour to accept either 5-year, $165 million deal or 6-year, $175 million contract, which he denies, unsurprisingly. 2 days after the discussion, the Braves traded for Olsen. 3 days after, the Dodgers signed Freddie Freeman. So, Olsen got more money than Freddie got when he was being offered by the Braves. So here's what I think. All right, with Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw having connections with Casey Close, I just find that kind of messed up. That he says he didn't shut off the Braves offer, but I think he definitely did. And it's kind of messed up to have your star player who did want to play for the Braves, and to hear that he didn't get a good offer, and now his only chance to play for the Dodgers. And then, you have the right to be emotional, and the fact that you couldn't sign with your team and your replacement comes in and you couldn't really do anything, so you signed with a team that makes the most sense. It's kind of messed up. And
so you're saying Olsen got paid more than Freddie Freeman was offered?
Yeah, it was Freddie got offered 160, 165 I think, and that, or 162, it was in that range, and then Olsen got paid 168.
That's weird.
There's
a lot of stuff that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why would the Braves pay Olsen more than Freddie Freeman?
Exactly.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the source? Who's the source on that, and what's the story behind that? And then, no, obviously that guy's not a terrible agent.
He's not.
He was the agent for Derek Jeter and Clayton Kershaw and Zach
right.
Greinke and all those guys. So doesn't make sense that he would just scam Freddie Freeman like that.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of weird that it happened when Freddie Freeman went back to Atlanta and he started crying when he was on the field.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It might have just been there's always a possibility that it was just a gut emotional decision. He went back to Atlanta and he's like, fuck, I miss this.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I would have played in Atlanta for anything, but I just didn't tell you that, Mr. Agent, so you gotta go.
Yeah.
You never really know. I haven't seen a lot of details that make a lot of sense.
He's not gonna need an agent for a while, so
he won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's stuck in LA forever. He's gonna ask for a trade, go back to Atlanta.
He asked for a trade, go back to Atlanta. Yeah. Hey, we'll do that swap.
I don't even want that, dude.
Olsen's 3 years younger, bro.
His minutes good.
3 or 4 or whatever.
I want the better bat.
True, but he won't be the better bat forever. But I don't know. I feel like Casey Close, I don't know. He's kind of like a feeder agent. If that's what I kind of feel like him. From what I know now, could turn out a couple weeks that I don't know. Freddie, I guess didn't want to go back to Atlanta. We'll see. But right now he looks like a feeder agent for the Dodgers. And as a Dodgers fan, I love that. Let's keep getting more feeder agents. Let's keep getting the best players. Okay, that's what we do.
Shut up.
You know.
Shut up.
Hey man, sucks to suck. Suck it up.
Yeah, sucks to suck.
I'm gonna just enjoy the moment,
Mid eye contact with the camera for that one.
Sucks to suck. Face
exactly,
issues.
Yeah.
Whatever. Time for LA.
Andrew wants to talk about robo-umps.
Oh yeah. A little bit of a minor headline, but Rob Manfred told ESPN that robo-umps are going to be introduced in 2024. Here are 2 options. One where the balls and strikes are relayed to the umpires. It's kind of like a fully automated system. I don't think that'd be kind of weird, but it's an option. And the other one is where they could use the AI as a review system, like the VAR in soccer, for close calls and stuff. or in tennis, if you've been watching like the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, all those, they have a giant screen. So
Like a challenge system.
pretty much, yeah. It's like
Maybe
close
like-
calls.
It's like I didn't like your strike call. I'm gonna challenge that.
Yeah, like that. It's been experimented in the minor leagues
Yeah.
where umps have like earpieces and an iPhone relays either a strike or a ball.
Oops, that
Not
was-
not an iPhone, but like a phone.
His
Okay,
accent
hold up,
watch
someone-
gives
someone-
you a little strike.
Okay.
Someone's
just-
texting me.
just
Wait,
wanna
hold
make
on,
sure.
hold on.
I think it takes away like the human aspect of baseball.
Can't
know?
go to robo-umps. I don't
You
I
can't,
don't think
yeah.
we can do that.
I think
Maybe a limited replay system where you get to challenge 5 balls or strikes every game.
Yeah.
how many like reviews do you get?
You get one, unless you
That's-
get it right, and then you get it like you use your challenge,
Until
and if
you're
you're
wrong.
right, then they reward you
Really?
with another one.
Yeah.
So
you're
that's-
right
that's
until
what
you're
the-
wrong.
That's
If you
why the
get it-
Dodgers don't get like any because we always get them wrong.
Yeah, Joe Madden was the king of like someone being obviously out at first base, and then we challenged them in the second inning, and it's like, oh yeah, he was out.
Mhm.
He uses his eyes instead of the replay room.
Yeah.
And
He's
then
like, "No, that
later,
looked good."
later there's a play that's obvious. Like, we can look at it on the from one replay, we know he's safe, and the umpire called him out. And there's nothing we can do.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think that needs to change a little bit, and I don't think we can go to robo umps.
Definitely not. Yeah.
And if we do the challenge thing, then there's got to be a limit, because otherwise they're literally just gonna challenge every single pitch that doesn't like.
Yeah.
If a batter takes a strike, they're gonna say we challenge that, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh yeah, that was a strike. Anyway, let's
We-
move on.
Yeah.
We
so
have an
then
8-hour baseball game.
It's actually gonna. That's what's gonna
Yes.
happen.
Also,
We'll see.
with robo umps in the minors, games have been shortened by 9 minutes. So just want to say that. So it would
And
definitely.
what
shorten
system do
things.
they use? Do they use it where like every single pitch is evaluated through that?
I
Or is
think
it a
like
review
yeah, I think like a good amount. I'm pretty
It's
sure.
it's yeah. I've seen calls where catchers get crossed up. Like they call curveball,
Oh,
and the pitcher
right,
thinks
right.
fastball, and they just pump a fastball down the middle, but the catcher sets up like this.
It's like, oh, and then it's like,
So
oh, yeah.
he goes
Yeah.
like that to grab the ball, and no one thinks it's a strike. Like everyone just, the batter steps out, starts adjusting his gloves, and the catcher throws it back to the pitcher, and then it's like, umpire's like, no, bud, that's strike 3.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But then there's the opposite of it, where like I was watching Tyreek pitch in that Tigers game, and one was literally thrown down the middle of up and in, and he was like, "Oh, that's a ball," and you're like, "That like I've seen calls many times where it's almost down the middle, and the ump says nothing, and you're like, are you even watching,
you
or are you
see
like you're like looking at a bird over
You
there?"
see
like,
all
No,
you see
yeah.
calls all the
Happening,
time.
like-
Batters taking strikes down the middle, start walking to the dugout, and the umpire just doesn't call it a
Yeah,
strike.
it's
and
like,
they
no,
walk to first
bro,
base.
Like, all right, sure.
I think the obvious answer is we have robo umps, but we use them to grade umpires after. There
Yeah,
are
that's a good.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good point.
This umpire is totally inaccurate.
a lot of baseball content out there. I think it was Foolish Baseball did a video on umpires being terrible. That umpires are terrible right now.
Yeah.
But when
There's
you
so many
when
calls.
you take the average for like hot service time, like umpires that have just been inducted are like 99%. Like they get. You can watch games and they're almost perfect at calling them. And then you have guys, the older guys like Joe West and Angel Hernandez and those guys. They're not used to being graded, and they're not used to like a fully electronic
That
system
makes
being on the
sense.
screen. So they just
Mm.
call what they think, but they haven't been trained to like do that.
Maybe
So
we wait it out.
if you
Yeah, good
For all
point.
the oldies
yeah,
to
let's
leave.
wait it out.
if you wait it out, then it would probably be fine. I think the MLB just needs to start
We got no
grading
time.
umpires and doing things like literally anything. Grading like not having people ump home plate. That's a
When they
good
suck at
that's
it,
a
yeah.
good solution. Finding umpires who are terrible. That's a good solution. Firing umpires who sue the MLB for racial
Oh my
discrimination when they're
gosh.
just terrible.
Yeah, there you go.
Firing people like that is also a good step to take. I don't know.
a playoff game.
Umpires union needs to realize that there's going to be no more home plate umpires if they keep this up. So the umpires union needs to give in a little bit because
Yeah.
Your job's going away.
yeah, their job is going away. Either they make their either they do better or their job goes away. And right now they're saying we're the umpires union. We're not going to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun getting
Union's
replaced.
about to not exist, so
Wait.
you do that.
So for playoff games, is it like whoever is the most accurate, you get to ump for that game,
Oh,
or is
it's
it just like
no.
that? Okay, like
but
the,
would it make sense? Like
It
NPC,
definitely
like,
makes
the best
sense.
umpires,
Yes,
the
for
best
the- for the
players
playoffs.
make
It's
it
the
to
most-
playoffs, so.
I believe it's the most accurate cruise, umpiring cruise.
But it's okay.
But they do a rotation. You know,
Right,
like
so you'll get that game.
Joe West umpired the wild card game. It was his last ever game. It was probably because his crew was really good and he was just there, and so he ended up being the home
Okay.
plate umpire.
That
So you
makes
The
can-
guy gets carried by his team.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's how I'm aware that it works. I might also be confusing it with football refereeing in the playoffs, so I don't know.
I think every sport does that except baseball. So, or
Yeah.
every major sport. So.
How are umpires
they're
chosen
weird.
for the playoffs? Quora. This is gonna be good. Let's see what.
I trust Laura.
The umpires are selected by MLB Home Office. They look at
Who's that?
performance through the year,
No, they don't.
and diversity.
Why is Joe West in there?
Diversity is
Diversity.
a huge factor.
Oh my
Diversity.
God.
So you need the good
Who
ones and the
cares,
bad ones.
dude?
You gotta have a diverse.
Just get the best ones. I don't care
You want
about
diverse shit,
having
you know, the good shit
Angel
and the bad
Hernandez
shit.
ump his like 7th, like whatever, dude.
Yeah. So that's that. That's what a
Diversity.
Quora says. I don't know how,
Hey, it's a
how
good-
accurate
Good
that
game.
is.
I don't care what they
Exactly, dude.
What they do, bro.
Our postseason umpires, actually, baseball's the most accurate. I think this will be a little more trustworthy. And it's a
Quora.
really long. Yeah, we're going to Quora for our. MLB spokesman says the goal each and every season is to have the most deserving umpires working postseason games.
That's a goddamn lie.
I'm not sure that this works. Its main component is performance during the season, per an MLB spokesperson.
That's a really shitty spokesman.
But they also use their zone evaluation system, which gives 2 inches off the plate.
Okay.
Ah, Little League strike zone. Cool.
Yep. Okay. That's the robo-umps. I don't think we can go to robo-umps. I think that's a terrible
I think you give
decision.
the umps a chance, and if nothing happens, then it's like,
Yeah,
buddy,
MLB's
How
trying
long-
to cheat.
How long do you
Get
want
outta
to give
here.
them a chance, though? Like,
I think
this
Well, no
isn't-
effort's
this
been
isn't
made,
2
so
years.
let's at least try something.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, but let's at least try. I can't
mean,
give the number yet.
They had like flexibility, and now they have like, oh shoot, maybe we should actually start being good instead of just like, yeah, whatever. We get paid this much. Let's go twiddle our thumbs while
You gotta do something
like
different.
games are being played. But so yeah, I think this
Do something different. If nothing happens, buddy, you tried. Bye.
yeah, little urgency is kind of maybe a step in the right direction.
Hopefully that gets the umpires to have a little more sense of urgency.
Could hope so.
You can only hope. All right, we're moving on. This is the Padres City Connect.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think about this?
I really like them, actually. I know that they kind of look. I know what they look like that you're going to bring up in a
You
second.
also misspoke, but I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But I really like them. I thoroughly enjoy them. I think they will look nice on the field, and I think they look really cool in the little promo pictures, and I think they do a good job of capturing the SoCal vibes, especially like San Diego.
You actually misspoke. I heard you say Padres, and you didn't say the Del Tacos.
Yeah.
That was a little bit
I
of a
got it
flaw
right.
on your part. I think they aimed in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, like with the whole different like color patch and like
Yeah.
this cool font they have going on with the front San Diego. I think the font is actually pretty interesting, and they kept like the Friar who looks like Buffalo Wild Wings on the side still, so they still kept some things intact. But I don't know if it's just the color scheme or what vibe it is, but it's definitely Del Taco.
That's
And,
facts.
Uh,
Taco Bell, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, whatever taco joint
Exactly
you want
what
to
I
call,
get.
which actually is very Southern California vibes.
It's
So
facts,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe that's what they were going for.
So if I remove if I erase Taco Bell from my brain,
Mm-hmm.
I really like the jerseys, but then I look at them and I'm like, oh, that looks like a burrito. Right?
Yeah.
I ate that the other day, dude.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I think that they said, this probably looks like a Taco Bell jersey, and then they said,
Yeah,
we don't really care.
Yeah.
It looks cool either way, so
Yeah.
we're gonna stick with it. And
Maybe it looks fine. I just think there was more potential, especially with San Diego. It's a
there
pretty
was
cool
more
city,
potential
you know?
there.
Like,
It's kind of
They
and I mean, I give them credit. I feel like that way about every City Connect jersey I see, pretty much, except
Yeah.
for like 3 maybe.
I yeah. There's a couple good ones, but
Nike really needs to.
they have the
fix
beaches.
What's going on there?
They have like everything, but this is something I would see like at a frat party. Okay, I would see like guys like
This
jumping
reminds me
on
of
Yeah, I can
tables.
see the guys
You
at
know?
the frat parties
Yeah.
wearing the.
This is like you go to
That's
like
exactly
your
it.
gas station and it's got the that weird theme. It's San Diego, but like Mexican edition.
That's
where it's got
exactly
Mexican
Yeah,
flag. It's
yeah.
it's like I could have bought this at 7-Eleven with the same kind of design.
On their Instagram, it says
So-
it's supposed to be like the Mexico American fusion
Right,
kind of.
but I think they could have done
Yeah.
something else. You know,
Mm.
like I can get that somewhere else. You know,
Yeah,
like you're not
that's facts.
special. You made something I have. You know, so that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
In my opinion, there's an alternative. Jag, you should bring it up. That they should have done.
Yes. Okay, here's the alternative that Neal really likes.
This in my
it covers up Andrew and me kind
There
of.
you go, dude.
This in
I'm
my
gone.
opinion right here is 10 times better than what they had going on. You can see the bald patch on
shave the
Tatis's head.
Yeah, you got.
So you have to get every player to shave their head right here, and then there
Not
might be
not fully shaved.
If the
You gotta
Yankees,
get-
just
Yeah.
the middle.
Just the
if
middle.
the Yankees can limit how people can cut their hair, the Padres.
they can
Right.
institute a dress code on one day, and you might think a batting stance issue, but I think that can just be worked around if you just like hoist up the lower part and you're all good, you know.
So my question is, do you
You're
wear
running
pants?
it just.
No.
You know, I think we leave that up to them. You know, if they want breathability or not.
So let's say
I
someone.
think it's pretty breathable. Okay, there's just like, it's not like a dress. It's like a little robe.
So you're saying
Right.
no pants?
It's no pants. You
no
know,
pants.
no
So,
pants.
whatever
so
you
what
want.
happens if someone like, you know how Trey Turner
Slide
slides?
into-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone did that, but like with the robe on, are we gonna like? Is that
Well-
not a problem in the MLB nowadays? Is it like 2022? People can do whatever they.
Yeah,
can
you
wear whatever
know,
they
we're in a
want.
new year,
Here's
so
what
might as well.
I think they should I think only the Padres. I think they should heavily invest in like skin tight tights. So they get tights, they go all the way up, and they wear the ropes, and they're good. You know
Yellow
that
color as well.
that little rope thing or whatever. That's gonna
It'll
keep
keep
them
them secure.
That's gonna keep them secure. Yeah.
If you're feeling like it's coming up a little bit, you just pull on the rope a little.
Maybe
and
they
it's-
have a what do they call it? A rosary, and they give that a kiss in between the at bats to get God on their side. You
Please.
know,
Yeah.
you submit to the role. When you're running, you might pull up the whatever it is a little bit to get the
Mhm.
distance.
You know when you have a rosary, it's like there's the 3 beads. There's the 3.
Right to start before
Right.
the loop.
And there's a cross at the bottom, and then there's like a little plate that connects the 3 beads to
Yeah.
the rest of the rosary. There's like a little, and you can put whatever image you want on it,
Yeah.
of whatever saint or whatever.
Yeah.
They should change their swag chain.
No.
Make it a rosary.
Oh my God.
Medallion.
This little cross and then massive medallion,
cow,
and then continue
dude.
to the rosary. That'd be amazing.
That's insane.
Give it a spin on the big rosary.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with what
Wait,
you got.
wait. I need to.
A swag chain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got that,
Rosary swag chain.
and then we got the rosary. I think it could work.
It'll
No, it
I like-
literally like
I like what
they,
we're putting
they
out.
just
Works.
have to
it works.
Andrew proposed on a side note the UPS.
the UPS.
UPSs, which I wasn't able to make in.
It's
but
the same-
I think the UPSs would have also been a very good theme
Mm-hmm.
after
It fits the Padres. Really.
Paddock
Exactly.
made his comments. So
Yeah.
That was a top 10 idea that I've ever come up with on the spot. Was the
that
rosary.
is.
I think the UPS they look like the Amber Heard specials. You know, like they just kind of just like everything about it. It just kind of just catches the eye. You know.
It ties
Man.
in together.
That's right.
Now we're talking about the team with the worst City Connect in baseball. Dodgers recap time.
What's our city
Hey.
connect?
It's literally just your jersey but blue.
It's better than the Red
The fact
Sox,
that you
okay?
don't remember it shows that it's the worst
Oh yeah,
out of all of them.
This is lit-
Hey, it's
this is
better
like,
than
this
the
is
Red
our
Sox.
this is like
It's
our
better than the Red
alternate
Sox.
like spring training jersey.
It's literally just an alternate jersey.
Alright, let's get into
That's
it.
facts.
I didn't recap. Actually, I can just do it because I watched the game. We're gonna look at the schedule of the Dodgers. Let me just update this. They're 3-3 a week. We're gonna talk about the Rockies. Game 1 was a 4-0 loss. That was terrible. Cron had an RBI single. Iglesias had a 2-run homer. That was kind of it. Anderson sucked. And I think you say Cole, he was lights out. I think he almost pitched a full game. If he didn't, then he did. So, game 2, 4-7. Also a loss. Recap. Elias Diaz, solo homer, a lot of homers. Grichuk homer, Trey Turner homer, Max Muncy homer, Hanser Alberto homer. Wasn't enough though. Connor Joe also hit a threw a 99.3 mile per hour like gun to I think second. That was kind of cool. I guess he's just really that good. Some notables: Kershaw sucked. He went 4 innings, 6 runs. His strikeouts was the same as the walks, 4.
Jesus.
9 hits.
You're done.
He was a poo-poo. But Game 3, Dodgers finally salvaged the series by not getting swept. 8-4 Dodgers. Freeman had a homer. Trey Turner had a 2-run double off the wall. Alvarez had an RBI single. Eddie, who was sent down because he's garbage. But Will Smith had a 2-run blast. And then Crone had a 1 base hit basically to drive in a run. Rogers, same thing right after. And then a belly bomb in the rain, which made for some great background images that you put on your computer. That was pretty cool. And then Rogers had a solo homer. But Dodgers were able to take one. And then they host the Del Tacos. Game 1 was a 3-1 Dodgers. Mazzara, didn't know that guy existed. He had an RBI single. CT3 throws out Grisham. That was awesome. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was insane.
And then JT had a solo homer. And then Musgrove walked Max Muncy and then gave up another homer. JT basically did all the scoring. Some notables: Musgrove is an ass. Didn't give JT any credit for his homer, and just said that he's not a threat, and that it was just a bad pitch. So I thought that was kind of trashy.
You got destroyed, dude.
Considering his previous comments in general, trashy man. JT refused to comment, as he should. Good guy. And then Game 2, 5-1 Dodgers. Oh yeah, Max Muncy solo blast. Grisham had a solo homer. Belly had a solo homer. Freddy had an RBI single, and some notables: Tony Gonsolin. That was really good. 7 2/3 inning, 1 run. He should have finished the inning in my opinion, but 8 Ks, and he is your ERA leader in baseball right now. The rest of the games I did not note for reasons that partake to time.
The game was
just
today.
happened, and the other one was busy. So, but I can at least talk about the most recent one. We obviously won after this game to do a 3-0 on the series, but then today. As far as I recall, there was only 1 run scored for the Dodgers to start, and going into the 9th, I believe it was a 2-run homer. What's the
Ha-Seong Kim.
No,
it was I think Luke Voigt hit hit something, and then Ha-Seong Kim, he hit the home run.
He hit that, and then pretty sure Kimbrel came in for the loss. Dodgers were able to put up another run. That was it. DFA'd the man.
Yeah, that guy's not going to help us in the playoffs.
Yeah, terrible trade. Get someone else to close. But they couldn't close the series and get the sweep, but it did help their record, and they do maintain first place, so that was pretty good. Dodgers had, in my opinion, a worse week than last week, but I'm not going to hate on it because it was good. They were like 5-1.
Really?
Something like that.
They swept the that
5-1. They had the easy teams. The Reds and then the Braves was actually a more difficult team, but they did really good because Freddy clutched out.
We play the Rockies in LA, so we've lost both series in cores. We haven't played them in LA.
Yeah, we're not good against the Rockies. I don't know what's going on there. Weird.
It's the Coors Field effect. You play awful there, and then you're gonna play.
We play worse against local teams.
That's
Angels,
right.
Rockies.
Coors Field
not
is
the Angels.
We do.
We do, but
we do.
Not this year.
The Angels are a historically losing franchise,
but
we are historically winning against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So
it's like they get nervous. They don't want to claim their territory. But let's talk about who's hot and who's not. Hot right now, Will Smith. All-star snub. He was slashing 292, 370, and 583. That's really good in my opinion, which is better. I'll get into this later, but that's better than Darno in every category. What was that? Oh, I do that too.
It only works on my right elbow because I
do both.
I had really bad mechanics for a little while.
Will Smith had, if you look at his numbers, it's better in every category except average versus Darno. And Darno made the All-Star ballot, so that's a snub right there. Freddie Freeman, he's slashing 308, 379, and 577. Is red hot like that. Justin Turner heated up. He's hitting 300, 400, and 750 and is a slug. That's really good. Finally, a pitcher is in my hot. Ooh. Evan Phillips on the year. He is 30 1/3 innings, 1.7 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, and 35 strikeouts in the year. So I thought that was really impressive and definitely notable. I'm surprised I haven't picked up on him anytime sooner because that's how he's been the whole year.
Oh yeah.
Jack, I'm just gonna play a quick game. Guess who's not hot right now?
I'm gonna go with Cody.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah. One more player. I'll do that.
Chris Taylor? It said he
Yeah.
was like an 0 for 23
Yeah.
or
Go
something
again.
when I was
You can
watching
actually
it.
keep going. If you can fully guess my list, then I'll give you candy or something.
It's kind of weird.
What do you want?
Is a pitcher on the not hot list? Can a pitcher
No,
be on the
no.
not hot list?
I mean, they could, but I didn't do that.
I know Freddy was swinging the bat a little bit.
He's in the middle.
Max Muncy.
Those are my 3 players on the not hot list.
That's the same players as last week. That's
Yep.
crazy.
What was I saying last week? Max Muncy is hitting 182, 240, and 500 is his slug. Cody Bellinger, 192, 214, and 423. Chris Taylor, 182, 250, and 227. I don't even know what to say
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
tough.
Like, just go sit on the bench, bro.
Taylor.
The hot team is carrying the not hot team, so
Yeah.
that's all I can say about
That's
that.
all you need.
Yeah, just like a good core.
That's just what baseball is. Some players are slumping, and some players are on an absolute
Yeah.
crazy.
Sometimes
Slumping
when
for a
you're
year.
sometimes when you're Cody though, and it's like
Yeah, it's
an
been like 2
eternal
years.
slump, it's a little more
Yeah.
frustrating. Some injuries. Mookie Betts is back today, and he
Oh, that's
did
cool.
really good. He had a double, a walk, and then I didn't watch the rest of the
I
game.
was listening to
I
his
think
interview
that
the
was
other
it
day.
though.
Okay,
He had
then-
like one more hit, but
Okay.
yeah.
He's doing great. I like to see
Sure.
that. He
Mookie
Some
Betts
people-
is actually responsible for Tony Gonsolin being the greatest pitcher in baseball right now.
explanation.
Yeah, explain.
Listening
I
to his
don't
interview,
get
and he said he was facing Tony Gonsolin in a live AB, and Tony Gonsolin he had this stuff, like he could throw a curveball with a lot of break and a fastball with a lot of run, but he just couldn't locate it, and Mookie Betts told him just throw strikes, man. And then Mookie Betts said, hey, and I don't want to take credit for it, but ever since I said that, he's been throwing strikes.
I did not know that. Dang. You know, he fixes players. But
right.
he can't fix himself. No, he's really good. I'm happy he's back. He hit really good today, and some people were even saying like not back till over All-Star break. So it's good to see him back because
Yeah,
that
sure.
wasn't true in the slightest. Overall, I really don't have much to say about this team. It's been kind of like nonchalant.
Yeah.
Just keep up the good work. Not crazy exciting. They're just doing their job. So I like to watch it. Starts need to stay good because we had some really bad ones, in my opinion, in Colorado.
Yeah.
So just stay consistent. Not much to talk about. Good baseball all around for the Dodgers.
Also, Taylor left today with a foot.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I think the Dodgers are gonna rest them. When is the All-Star break?
It's like in 2 weeks.
Soon.
Yeah, I would just sit him for the rest. Okay, this guy's like bat is
Yeah,
not
2
hot
weeks.
at all. Just
I think
sit
the
him
Freeway Series is the last.
Or bring him
game
back for
before
that.
The All-Star break.
because I want to win that. But yeah,
Let's see. It happens to be the last game before the All-Star break.
so we have 3-4 series left. Okay, until
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then we're halfway done, and the Angels are
Jeez.
not 500. So we're gonna move on from a team that is doing their job to a team that is not doing their job. A lot of players on this team are doing their job, but it's not enough, I guess. Suspensions are being served right now. Still, our manager has not returned. Bill Nevin is still gone. We are on our third string manager right now.
This man was probably the bat boy 3 weeks ago or something.
I got it, guys.
Our coaching staff is deteriorating rapidly.
I'm
So
surprised they go.
here's a fun fact: the MLB didn't make all the coaches serve their suspensions immediately because we would have no coaches.
Oh my god.
So
they
some,
still have to
some
do it.
coaches are
Oh
still
my
in.
God.
They have
You
suspensions
gotta
to be
wait
served when other guys come back.
Jesus.
Raisel Iglesias appealed his suspension. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he lost because, yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to like overturn his suspension.
Yeah.
But since he appealed, his suspension started today, and Ryan Tepera came back from his suspension today. So the Angels are doing a little bit of manipulation, where some players are appealing and some players aren't, so that we can have some players on our team. We're 4-6 in our last 10. Phil Nevin's tactic to rile up the boys did not work. We still are horrendous. Andrew Velasquez, he's not going to be a starter anymore. He's going to be a pinch defense guy.
What? What is that?
Pinch.
Pitch defense.
He's on the bench, for if we're holding like a 1-run lead, then he'll
permanent.
come into the game as a shortstop because he can't hit, but he can. He's like
Play defense.
He's
So
like
he's like
Grace.
Cody, but
Yeah,
with
basically.
Cody.
Yeah, it's Cody
couldn't
Bellinger.
hit. Gotcha.
his
Cody
averages.
couldn't
I
save
think
his
it's less than
Yeah.
170 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So he's having a tough go at things.
To say the least.
His defense is it's unbelievable though. It's crazy. Today he made a really nice play in the Astros game that we got walked off in the 9th inning with 2 outs.
Sounds upset.
Yeah, that happened. I actually had hope for that game that we were gonna win in extras, but yeah, no. He has .8 WAR. His batting average is 167.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Tyler Wade DFA'd. In
Really?
a corresponding move,
Wait,
Michael
what?
Stefanik
Oh, I thought you
is
meant
brought up.
Taylor Ward.
No, Tyler Wade. The
Okay,
other.
that's very similar names.
He's gone. He was a Yankee, and now all the Yankees players want to pick him up. I don't know why. Like on the news, it says breaking news: Andrew Velasquez DFA, and the whole comment section is filled up with Yankees fans going, "We should bring him back." No, he's awful. Unless he's purely going to be a pinch run guy. That's his.
Yeah.
He's good at that. Tepera comes off. We already did that. Archie Bradley, 60-day IL, broken elbow.
It was 60?
That's crazy.
Updated. He went on IL 15. I think when we covered it last week, he was on IL 15. Shortly after he got moved to IL 60. You saw him fall out of the dugout.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't think that ended his season.
he's an old man,
God
okay?
damn.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, so that's tough. We don't have a lot of people on our team right now. Like half our bullpen is suspended.
What team?
Yeah,
Half our bullpen is suspended. 2 bullpen guys are on IL. Like 4 of our coaches are suspended right now. It's tough. It's tough, and we're still getting swept by the Astros. We just got
fourth place now.
walked off in the 9th inning with 2 out. Ryan Tepera comes into the game. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Gives up a Jose Altuve single,
Mm-hmm.
followed by a home run. So
I saw
I
that.
think it
I did
was
see that.
Brandley.
Was it?
Jeremy Pena.
That was Pena.
Pena, yeah.
Was it?
I saw it on Instagram. That's the
Is
only
he their
part of the
shortstop?
game I watched.
He is their shortstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like Correa,
he's literally so
Brown.
good.
He's really good.
He's really good. I'm gonna get to the bottom of who's
You know
who's
what?
Pena. Yeah,
It's
My bad.
insane that this team started so high.
it's
No,
insane that we're
so low.
bad. We have so many good players on this team, like so many solid players. But yeah, they're all gone.
This
right
team
now.
was 20.
They're only
26.
9.5. Wait, no. They're 11 ahead of the A's.
This is how it used to be.
Yeah, we're at 11 ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days, man. When we were
9
over 500.
over 500.
1.5 back.
Yeah. And now they're
There's
15.5.
so many players on this team that I still think are good. David Fletcher, he's good
Yeah.
all around
Yeah.
usually. He's on
I like
IL. Rendon, he's good, except he's been on IL a lot. But when he's in, he's good. He's solid. There's Trout. There's Ohtani. There's Taylor Ward. There's Brandon Marsh. He has a little trouble hitting sometimes, but he's fine. Jared Walsh is good. I mean, he's on your fantasy team, so he's fine. He's in a slump right now, though. So
Haven't been paying attention to that.
Max Stassi's like one of the best defensive catchers in the league.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's a little frustrating to see our team of good players go down like that. I
It's
guess
like
that's
the
just what
Misfits.
Mets fans were feeling last
Pretty
year.
much.
It sounds like the Dodgers last year.
Yeah.
When our
But way
AAA
worse.
roster was our starting lineup
Mhm.
for a few games.
But at least we won some games. Okay.
Yeah, we actually
They're
did
not
win
winning
some,
games.
with some of
It's
those.
because your farm system is good. Like the Angels, I think we're like ranked like 28th in farm system. It's awful.
Okay, if you're gonna have a bad major league team, at least have a good farm system.
That's right.
Yeah.
like at least have
So
one of the
their
two.
team sucks.
That's-
They don't have a farm.
That's why I say the Royals are gonna win a World Series before the Angels are. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
looking
true.
like
They
it.
have a farm. They have a farm system where they have
Mhm.
top prospects coming up all the time, and then they trade them to get more prospects for later. So
Yeah.
obviously they're the worst team in baseball right
They're
now.
timing it up.
But in a few years, they're gonna have like 80 prospects that are all coming up at the exact same time, and then we're gonna win a World Series and then sell all the players. But
Rinse and repeat.
the Angels are in hell where they're just like halfway in between that, where they don't trade any of their old players, so we
Being
just end up.
haunted by a demon.
Yeah, we bring up like mid prospects, and then our old guys are old, so they can't hit anymore. And then by the time our prospects are good, those guys are gone, and we're bringing up new prospects that suck.
Your cycle is a little off.
It's hard.
I think you have to at least consider trading Ohtani because Ohtani. Like,
Ohtani's got to go.
yeah, because
Release
he's
him-
either leaving
release him
for
from
free
hell.
agency or you're trading him and you get a haul for him.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was on full on the bandwagon, like trade, like Trout's gotta go. I know that he's the greatest player ever, but like we're paying him so much money that he's not gonna. And then Ohtani, if we trade him and Rendon, I bet we could get something for Rendon. I mean, I know he's been on IL, but
You can get something.
he's still fine. And then if we trade our top prospects right now, like Reed Detmers and Brandon Marsh, we could have within the next 10 years a good team. But I don't think that's going to happen because Artie owns the team and he's not interested in prospects.
Yeah.
He's interested in Mike Trout.
Yep.
Full
Life
names.
comes at you fast. Does Noah Syndergaard, you think he's going to resign?
Sad.
Because he's on a 1 year, $21
I do
million
think he will resign because he's been bad. So I
Yeah.
don't think any other teams are going to want to pick him up for a lot of money, and I think the Angels are that kind of team that's just going to pay him a lot, even though he's fine.
So when is Otani's contract? Is next year?
He's ARB eligible next year,
Okay.
so he'll get paid more next year, but not quite as much as he deserves probably, and then
He's a free agent.
he's a
next
free
year.
agent after that.
That's crazy.
So I think he stays for the remainder of this year, and then next year at the deadline he goes. That's what I'd like
Dodgers.
to see. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's what I'd like to see. I would love to see Shohei Ohtani go to the Dodgers in a trade,
Oh my God.
purely because your guys' prospect capital is insane. It's like you guys have the
Yeah.
top like 20 prospects in all
Yeah.
of baseball.
Name
so-
a position.
I wish we gave, if we're trading for Otani, I wish we had Josiah Gray because that guy sucks. We can just.
Yeah, we should have just.
Yeah.
If we're not gonna keep Trey or get Max. Might as well
Exactly.
just use those guys to
Yeah.
get something else.
So that's, I'd like to see Ohtani go to the Dodgers. I know that it's like cursed and whatnot. I really don't want to see Ohtani on the Dodgers, but I'd
Yeah, you
rather see the
Yeah, you
prospects in our.
You
I'd
definitely
rather
wanna
see
see
the
it.
prospects in our system.
You want to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
saw Albert Pujols play like a god on the Dodgers. Just think
I'm-
what Otani is gonna play.
Every
See what I'm
day,
saying?
every passing day, I think it's our player development staff and our trainers.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's like our problem because like all these guys are going on AL. Like Albert Pujols had plantar fasciitis and he literally sat on the bench for 2 years with us, and then he goes to the Dodgers and he's good again. It's wacky that players leave LA or not LA, LAA, and
There you go.
my bad,
Lad.
forgot the last A.
Lad.
It's wacky that players leave the Angels and then become good. Just happens all the time. So it's
You're cursed.
Yeah,
actually,
pretty much.
we're actually just cursed. I don't know what the deal is. It's the curse of Los Angeles.
Angels.
Angels.
Ever since
Yeah.
we removed, ever
No.
since Los
Don't
Angeles,
associate.
Oh.
ever since Los Angeles has been the only thing in our name, where we've been the Los Angeles Angels, we have not had a winning
Yeah.
season. So
Maybe it's because only
It's
one
the
team
curse.
deserves the name.
Exactly.
I also don't want to suffer at the hands of another two-way player curse, like the Red Sox traded away Babe Ruth.
Oh my.
And they didn't they didn't win a World Series for like 86 years or something like that. So I don't want that to happen to us. But it's beginning to look like the Angels are never gonna win a World Series again. So it's whatever. Let's move on.
Live with it.
Oh my.
Are you
God.
ready?
I'm so ready.
So Relvis rankings.
All right,
Go
guys.
for it, Relvis.
Here we go. So who had a good week? All these guys had good weeks. Starting off with the hitters in the American League, Gary Sanchez had a good Monday. Ohtani, good week. Alex Kirilloff, he had a good. What the heck? Oh, anyways, Alex Kirilloff, he played well. Teoscar Hernandez played well. Sean Murphy, big cake boy, Sean Murphy, he played well.
Oh yeah.
Jose Altuve played well. Jeremy Pena also played well. My AL hitter of the week is Teoscar Hernandez. This guy had 10 hits, 4 extra hit games, 2 doubles, a homer, 3 RBIs, and he didn't strike out a lot. So, really solid player. He gets things done, and yeah, that's my AL hitter of the week. And for the National League,
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt, he played well. Charlie Blackmon, he had a good Dodgers series, so I got to put him on there. Brian Reynolds, he had 3 homers in a game. His teammate Michael Perez on the Pirates, he also had 3 homers. The Pirates homered a lot this week. That's why I'm putting them on there. Nolan Arenado played really well this week. Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner, they all played well. But my NL hitter of the week is Nolan Arenado. He had 8 hits. His second career cycle, he had 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, 4 strikeouts, and 3 multi-hit games, and 1 2-run game. So
That is
really
the
solid
NL
week.
highlight. When I said, oh, there's something from the NL, but I don't remember that was what I was thinking.
That was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rankings.
Nolan Arenado played really well.
Exposed it.
Yeah, and going over the pitchers, Kevin Gausman, American League, good start. Robbie Ray, good start. Saw that you picked him up. Want him more?
Who? Robbie?
Robbie Ray, yep. Verlander pitched well. Otani pitched well against the White Sox, I think. Luis Garcia, not Kyle Hendricks, he's in the National League. Luis Garcia pitched well. Christian Javier pitched well. Shane McClanahan and Framber Valdez all pitched well. The Astros really pitched well this week, and that's why I'm giving it to Christian Javier. Pitched 7 innings, only allowed 1 hit, 1 earned run, and that was a home run. I don't know who hit it, but the home run was hit. And 14 strikeouts against the Angels in an 8-1 win. So,
I'm
yeah.
gonna kill myself. The Angels.
He fathered the Angels there.
To add 2 things to the Angels recap, in the middle of the Rovers rankings, Otani has 23 scoreless innings right now. He's not allowed to run in 23 innings.
Did not know that.
The Angels struck out 20 times today.
So the offense is competing for the pitching.
How many times did they strike out this
You
weekend?
can have the most strikeouts.
We have the most strikeouts in baseball, and it's just going to keep, the distance between first and second place is going to keep going up. The Angels are going to have like 4 times the strikeouts of all the other teams combined by the end of the season. It's embarrassing.
That's
You
crazy.
know, I'm happy today that, at least this week, that pitcher of the week was a person. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, not 4.
Yeah, I appreciate
Not
that.
an entire
Yeah,
staff.
You're
not
welcome.
a team.
But you, hear me out, okay? When I picked the Astros, I
My
said
pitching staff
they were
is
really
actually
good.
all the pitchers in the MLB.
Hey, everyone's a winner, you know? That's what we do. National League pitchers. Chad Kuhl, he had a good first start. Complete game shutout of LA. Went 9 innings, 3 hits allowed. Yeah, basically followed us, showing us stuff. Patrick Corbin pitched well. Luis Castillo pitched well. Sandy Alcantara pitched well. Kyle Hendricks, Tony Gonsolin pitched well. 10 wins, 0 losses. NL ERA leader, almost put him on there. Spencer Strider, he had 11 strikeouts. I feel like that guy gets 11 strikeouts every single start. And Clayton Kershaw pitched well. But my pitcher of the week for the National League, Luis Castillo, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 0 earned runs, 3 walks, and 11 strikeouts versus the Cubs. Then he pitched again, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts against the Braves. One of the hottest teams in baseball right now. So yeah, Teoscar Hernandez, Nolan Arenado, hitters of the week, and Christian Javier and Luis Castillo are my pitchers of the week. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Ralph's rankings
That's actually going to do it for the whole show.
and the whole show.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our podcast in the garage. Next week we should be back in the office, I think. That's the plan.
That's what he always
That's
says.
sick.
What do you mean that's what I always say? That's always the case. We've
That's
had
what you
2
always say.
We've had
And it's
2
been true most of the time.
We should. I'm not opposed to like moving around once in a while. You know, I think it like kind of.
It adds character.
That's right.
Yeah, even
It
if
adds
it's
air
sports.
conditioning sound.
It actually does.
You guys wanna film an episode on an airplane?
Let's do it,
Let's do
actually.
that.
Well, then we can't use the internet. We can't, like,
No, like outside an airport. So you just like the jets.
Oh, like the runway?
Yeah, on the runway. All right,
on the
guys.
median and the 5
You have like
freeway.
all your papers and they just like blow. It's like.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Till next
Hopefully
week.
this was acceptable quality.